Hey! Oh. Okay, so I think everything's just about set up here. I hope. So, let's see. Plan for today. Phase 10. Working on Phase 2. Hopefully we can get that all set up and start on to Phase 3. Phase 2 is one set of 3 in one run of 4. I think we can set it up to accept it either way. So checking the set of 3 is going to be easy. The run of 4 is going to be the harder one now because we haven't done any type of run yet. Ooh. Excuse me. This Friday starts your spring break? Seems a little late. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's get to it. Go here. And okay, there's no save game running, which is fine. This is to hit phase 1. Okay, so we need to work on phase 2, which is blank. So to start, there's not even a... No, there is no alias in there. So to start, we will just simply take all of this, copy, paste. Whoa. I did something. Both. I play it as I build it. That way I can test it and make sure everything works correctly. Okay. So this is going to be... I clicked up there. Why didn't you go up here? It's going to be phase 2. So... let's see. How do we want to handle this? So we want to split these up here. And we'll do or. And we'll just reverse these. Oops. Oh, yep. Because we want to make it so they can send either or for their part. Yeah, I'm making it. I guess that's really the best way to answer it, is to simply say I am making it. So, from there, I feel like hey Sam. The stream started 18 minutes ago. I have been here doing something for 8 minutes, about. Hey, HTC. Hey, the gang's all here. Only person missing is Arctic Foxes. Haven't seen him, her, I'm not sure, in a while. Let's see if I can send him a message here. There we go. So, now, okay, time to get to work. We have this checking twice for your set of 3. So, my opinion on the comment section and spam that's usually associated with them, well, I'm not really sure. I mean, regarding the spam, I feel like YouTube could implement a better system, but unfortunately, any better system would also end up blocking a lot of legit comments too, and that would cause more problems in the long run, unless they were to implement a system where you have to get so many approved comments before it allows you to just simply comment without any problems. But again, the problem there would be the larger YouTubers can't necessarily always be going through and checking every single comment and approve, deny. That I know a lot of them do read their comment section, but they can't necessarily read them all as much as they want to and try to. I almost feel like what I should do, let's see, how many of these require a set of 3? 1, 2, 3 of these phases require a set of 3. 2 require a run of 4. 1 requires a set of 4. Maybe I could do something like with this. I'm going to try this. alias check set. Okay, so now if the first variable I pass in is the length of the set, and the second variable I pass through is the nickname. And then from there, that would be 3. So let's see, phase 1 underscore part 1, and that's it. I don't think I use it anywhere else. Okay, I feel like that's going to be enough. Let's go back to phase 1 and test this here. So okay, so we comment all of that out. Check set. 3. So down here we want to add 1. You are right, HTC. The YouTube comment section can get really crazy frequently. Okay, and then we send Nick. And then we need to send temp phase 1 part 1, right? Okay, yep. Well, not necessarily without fear of consequences, because the users do have the ability to get someone's account suspended due to harmful comments, harmful sexual or racial comments. Now, the YouTube system by default does not protect against that, but users can report posts other people make and potentially get someone's account banned if enough users report on that person's account. Alright, so let's get my alternate in here. I don't know why I was put in this one. Okay, Mibbit, I don't know what you're doing. Okay, I don't know what's going on anymore. Apparently, yeah. Let's see. Okay, it is .com. There we go. I don't know why, but Mibbit was defaulting to something other than their own servers, and that's weird. So, now I can run a test. Phase start. Phase join. Phase begin. Okay. Perfect. So there we go. So I have 3 11s already, and then 3 1s with that wild. They're after animal? I don't know. Phase, lay, yellow 1, white, wild, red 1, red 11, yellow 11, blue 11. do not have the card blank in your hand. Okay. Let's see here. Check set 3, Nick. And cards. Alright, I think I know what I need to do. There we go. Oh, favorite animal. Truth be told, I still don't know. I guess I don't really have a favorite. I haven't really thought about it. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, that seemed to fix it. Nice! That makes things so much easier. So let's adjust it a bit more. We go back to phase 1. Oh, hello. What game is that, Sam? Okay, so actually what I just did was just checking to make sure the cards are fit. Ah, Zoo Tycoon. Okay. If the cards all fit together, I should say. Or actually, no, this code was just checking to see if they had the card. My bad. So, let's see here. Okay. Okay, well, we know that part works. Let's see here. Hmm. Alright, have a good night, Nick. See you later. So now how do I even need to remember how I did this to begin with. Okay, so the next step is this. That I know. Both sets are on that. Okay. So that is going to be 1 plus 1. If we go up here just to make sure, since this was all the same. Yep. So, where is it? There. There. Okay. Then we go to back to phase 1. That spot doesn't use Nick at all. Wait. Nope, not done there. Because I realize that needs to be that. Whoops. So we'll go back to phase 1. Okay, now what's... Echo cards with color. What was that for? Oh, I see. So that with this in front of it. Okay. I wish I could say I was close to being done, but I feel like I've still got a good ways to go. Okay, so we'll change that. And then here want to do that. Finish part 1. So another spot I need to use that. Right here. Okay. So that actually cleans up a lot of code. So new check sets and runs. Let's view phase 2. And we will steal that. Put it there. Save as. Phase 10 underscore checks.mrc. I think I would be safe at saying 3. I'm a good 30% of the way done. Maybe. Doing this has actually just saved me a bunch of time. So now let's go to phase 2 here. Up from here. Okay, so equals 3. I want to see here. Oh, what's the type called? Okay, so I want to check ways to do an if statement, because if the way I want to use works, then it's going to save some lines of code. Okay. That may be what I want to use then. Code for true, code for false. That's the condition, code for true. Check set. And it's going to be 3 Nick 1 and that. Otherwise, it's going to check run. For Nick 1 that. Okay. Then it's going to be part 2. Oh, that's better. So, and I need to change these to 2 as well. Then, okay, I did remove them from this page. I'm going to move this over to the checks. Tokenize an input value. Check sets and runs. So now we will copy and paste this one because that's a good base code to start with to check a run. Run. Okay, so this code is going to remain the same because that checks to make sure the card is in the player's hand. While this code is what's going to change. Should be the only one that does change. So, let's see here. Should we try to organize the cards first? I wonder, can we? I don't know. Let's take a look at the sorting token. Handle tokens and sorting them. Okay. So I have a feeling if I did that, it would probably sort by color name. Hmm. See, now here's the problem as well. So not only do we need to figure out how to sort it by number, but you also need to factor in wilds. So someone can do 2 wild 4 5. So we need to factor in the fact that that wild is a 3 now. Once we get this done, this part of the code done, it is going to be so much easier with all the others. Because then we just reference this code for anything that uses a run. Which, anything that uses a run, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 phases that that have runs in them. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 6 phases that have sets in them. And then phase 8 is 7 cards of one color, which we can manually code that. That's going to be quick and easy. Just use the set code, copy paste the set code in, and replace numbers with just simply they're all the same color. Oh, I know what I also need to check. Why do you keep doing that? Do runs in phase 10 have to be the same color? I want more of a definitive answer. I think I feel like it's an optional rule, but I want to make sure. A run in phase 10 is a group of cards that are all the same suit that follow each other numerically. That's one answer. Okay, what's the exact question? Would you let me scroll? So many ads. Excuse me. I didn't ask to have Facebook open. Okay, so I guess the exact question, does a run have to be the same color in the game of Phase 10? I've got one here that says they do. The other one says that no, they do not. Here are levels 7 through 10, 2 sets of 4, 8 okay. That's not... Very little. I try to avoid the subject. And I'd rather not talk about it on the stream because it's not something that needs to be talked about. Okay. No, in the game Phase 10, the runs can consist of any consecutive numbers with any combination of colors. So yes, the straight color is optional. I don't think we will do that though. So we just need to figure out how to make sure that they all work together. So, how do we want to do this? I mean, checking a set is simple, because we just need to find a number, check all the cards. If one of them doesn't fit, then we proceed to the next number and just keep checking until all of them fit. And we could do the same with color. But when you have to have them in an order, that becomes a bit harder. So if we go here, let's see. Okay, so I have a run in here. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, obviously, color doesn't matter. We'll ignore the color value. But the question still remains, how do we factor in the fact that that wild is actually an 8? But someone could put it as yellow 7, red 9, green 10, white wild. So because someone can do it like that, or even go as far as to do it in that format, 7, 10, 9 wild. How do you factor the fact that wild goes as an 8? Or if we want to go further, consider that wild could be the very first card. So, get to a wild, we have no idea what the other cards are. How do we factor in the fact that it may not be the first or the last? That it could fit in the middle somewhere? That's where the question remains. Because I really don't know. I mean, as I said, I'd love to be able to do sort talk, but it would sort by this first one. White, yellow, green, red. And then it would go to do the number. So, I mean, if we were to say they all have to be the same color, then actually, theoretically, this would be very simple. Because we would know that wild would always be the last one. And then we could just run through. But I've played a game where they had to be the same color, and the hand just never ended because no one could hit on anything. I'm not sure. Maybe we could implement a system. Maybe we could implement a system where players, after so many rounds, can vote to end the hand and points be distributed at that spot. Dude! Ah, crap. Okay, there we go. I think I may need a new headset. Hold on, guys. I am going to be right back.
Does anybody know her name? Does she know I feel the same?
Alright. Sorry about that. Ugh. Alright. So, we need to figure out how we want to handle this. If we enforce the color rule, it will in fact make it easier. Because it'll force any and all wilds to the end. Now, granted, the interesting part will be, if someone sends more than one wild, or, oh, the wild is supposed to be the first one, but it's going to force it to be the last. So that could cause a problem. Oh my. I do not know why I'm so tired right now. So, I'm thinking resetting all of that, just clearing that out, and starting fresh with the actual check. Alright, let me rephrase that. Starting fresh with checking to make sure they fit what we're checking to do, what we're trying to do. Okay. So, actually, I want to keep that for now. I'm just going to comment it out. There we go. So now that is completely commented out. But this way we have something to refer to. I think, let's see. So what do you guys think? Should we enforce the color rule that all the cards in the run have to be the same color, or no? Because I'm feeling like if we do enforce colors, it'll just make this a lot easier. But also when I play, I don't like being limited based on the color, being forced to follow color, especially for a run. Because I'd rather it be, well, if I've got a run of 4, I'd rather just be able to play the run of 4. If that's the easiest way to code it, then you might as well. Yeah. I'm sure there's a way we could do this. Unless we reverse it and have number come before color. When someone sends their card. I guess we could try doing that. No, I don't want to do that, because then we gotta recode quite a few things, and I don't want to have to go through it all again. So, I guess I don't know what that was. I guess what we could do would be manually organize it, manually arrange it. We could definitely do that. A while loop within a while loop might work. Let's see. So set percent phase underscore temp underscore trying to think of what I should call this value, this variable. Oh, okay, what is this going to do? Out while. We are going to set that to 1. While something set percent in while to 1, and within here while so that is less than numtalk let's see. Okay, okay, there it is. Okay, so just variable I'm checking, and the split. Checks. So what are we checking here? That. And what's the break on that? 32. So that is going to be the number that we are checking for position 1. Or this is the number that we will be using to check to determine the position we're trying to fill. So position 1. And that's going to be the card. Set percent phase underscore temp underscore cards underscore left. And we will set that to whatever that is. So while that is less than that. And in here we will out here we will decrease the cards left. And in here we will increase that. If that set percent phase underscore temp underscore order underscore cards insert token to here, and then we've got something that we want to do there, and 32. So the idea with this is to reorganize the cards into numerical order. So if let's see here. Get talk. Wait, that's not right for insert token either. I'm realizing that. Replacing, adding, inserting, replacing. Okay, so insert right there is where we want to insert it. Oh. Okay. So if get token is less than get token, and I'm going to set that to blue 1000 just for the sake of something to fill it for a moment. Okay. So we're checking if it's less than something from there. Actually, we need to do nested get tokens here. Okay, so this is where it really starts becoming confusing. So this is getting this entire spot. So we want that 32. Now the problem is if that's null, if there's nothing there. Okay, I've got an idea. Or equals null. Okay. So now we need to finish setting this up. So set percent phase underscore temp underscore cards underscore dispose to that. Comma And we will be using the in while, comma 32. And then there, we will be getting part 2, 44. Two comma 44. That should check it correctly. So, alright. Well, guys, I think I'm going to end the stream right here. I'm really starting to not feel very well, and I really need to get going. So, I think this will work. We'll test it on Thursday. Hopefully it does. Hey Nathan, welcome. But, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. We'll try to get this script finished Thursday. We'll test it, debug it, and if it works, we should be able to fly through all the way through 8, actually. Other than trying to do the hits, but those shouldn't be that bad. So anyway, thank you all for coming out. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!
'cause there's nothing we're gonna miss. Gonna miss.